What's going on, Go Nation? I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to, you already know, the cosmic wonder. Avengers 5, huge report, 60 plus heroes in the movie. Marvel news. Oh, this is some crazy Marvel news, okay? 60 heroes in Avengers 5. Well, 60 plus heroes. I think I just spit all over the camera. I apologize. I'm excited. But oh my goodness. 60 plus heroes? That's a lot. Jeez. Whew, Marvel, look. Did you need 60 plus? Sheesh. Y'all got my heart racing, cuz. Yo, honestly, I just want to jump straight into this video. You know what I'm saying? So before I do that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because we on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Last time I looked, I think we was at 362, I think. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Yo. Let's get into the video, you feel me?
It looks like Avengers 5 is going to be way bigger than a lot of us thought that it was going to be. In fact, it sounds like this isn't going to be like any other Avengers movie that we've really seen before, with the exception kind of Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. But it's not just going to be like a regular Avengers film. This is indeed going to be more like Infinity War than it's going to be like a regular ensemble film. For example, they're not going to be just 6, 7, 8 heroes. They're going to be possibly over 60. At least that's what this new report is telling us. There's still a lot of mystery surrounding Avengers 5. However, we have some brand new details that are definitely going to get you excited. And today they are coming from an official source, Deadline. Now, you might have already heard one part of this report that states that Shawn Levy is Marvel Studios' top choice right now for the director of Avengers 5, which would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty epic. And I've really loved a lot of Shawn Levy's work in the past, especially his past few movies, The Atom Project and Free Guy, in which Free Guy did have Marvel and Star Wars references, and they were done very, very well. So I have no doubt that he's going to crush it as director for Deadpool and Wolverine, especially with what we've seen already. So I have no doubt that he would crush it with Avengers 5. According to Deadline, writer Michael Waldron, who is helming Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. He was also the writer for Loki Season 1 and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. According to Deadline, he gave Shawn Levy the script for Avengers 5, and he's reading it right now. According to Deadline, they are not sure if he said yes yet, or if he will say yes at all, of course. But he is Marvel Studios' top choice. He does have the script right now. They want him as the director for the film, but let me know what you think. Would you like Shawn Levy to direct Avengers 5?
Yes, senor.
I think he'd be a great choice, but let me know your thoughts. Now, the next part of this report is rather insane in a really good way. And what it says is going to happen, I believe, is exactly what Marvel Studios needs right now for the MCU. One paragraph of the article reads, "Even with no director set and the script only recently coming in, Marvel has been working hard in recent months to pull this together so shooting can begin next year on one of Marvel's largest productions to date." So right away, already,
is this still the Kang
really
Dynasty?
good news.
I actually don't know that.
Bigger, a large production. This is going to be a big Avengers film, but they continue to say sources close to both the project say more than 60 MCU characters could reprise their roles, including everyone from Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, and Benedict Cumberbatch to Tom Hiddleston, Simu Liu, and Karen Gillan. Unlike the first 4 films, in which there was a core group that consisted of Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Hemsworth, and Ruffalo, many of the characters in this film would have equal footing, making it more of an ensemble feature instead of a handful of characters leading them. So right away, the scale of the next Avengers movie is already insanely big, and it's bigger already than just simply a normal Avengers movie. We're talking about the first Avengers film, although history-wise and nostalgia-wise, I don't think many things will be bigger than that first movie, but as far as ensemble-wise, bigger than that, bigger than Age of Ultron, this sounds like it's an Avengers Endgame level film. 60 plus characters, that is a ton of different characters, but I think it's actually necessary going into Avengers Secret Wars, especially if we're going to show a lot of different universes and many different variants of Kang. And they do briefly mention Kang. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But I love that they're doing this because, like I said, I think this is what the MCU needs right now. I do think it's what the
They need
film
something
needs,
big,
but
fast,
I
quick, in a
think
hurry.
going so big is going to give a lot of fans a lot of hope and make them more excited than they've ever been before. Along with a lot of fans, I myself have really enjoyed the MCU up until this point that we are at right now. Yes, there were some projects that I didn't like that much, or some not as much as the others, but overall, I have still really enjoyed and I still
I'm
very
rocking
much
with the
love the
MCU,
MCU.
bro.
Of course, obviously. However, I do admit that it doesn't feel as big as it did before, and we don't feel those connections like we did before as well. So I think that if Avengers Secret Wars is supposed to be the biggest Marvel Avengers movie of all time, then you have to start ramping it up right now. And what better way to do that than with the next Avengers film? Because if
You gotta
Avengers
come back
5 has
swinging, bro.
60 plus characters and it's going to be just insanely huge, imagine what they're going to do with Avengers Secret Wars, with Robert Downey Jr. returning, with the old cast members returning, with different variants showing up, with very famous actors playing them, like perhaps we finally get that Tom Cruise Superior Iron Man showing up. But it seems like Avengers 5 is going to kind of set the tone moving forward with the true multiverse saga story. Basically, Avengers 5 is where it's going to start to go down. So we're going to have 60 plus characters, all of which are going to kind of get equal screen time, which, by the way, this movie should be long. If that is the case, it should be like a 3-hour movie. But I do really like this idea. Instead of just a new Avengers team coming together, that would be maybe Falcon, Hawkeye, maybe Kate Bishop as well, the Hulk, Miss Marvel, although I'm pretty sure Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel are doing the Young Avengers. But Spider-Man, the new Falcon, seems kind of lackluster, but that is kind of the team setup right now because we've heard that Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange aren't going to be there. Perhaps Wong could be a part of the team, but still that doesn't warrant a
Every team
very
needs a Wong,
huge movie.
okay?
I do love all the characters, but let's admit they're not that huge. So rather than just assembling a new Avengers team of 6, 7, or 8 characters, we're actually going to assemble a massive Avengers team of 60 plus characters.
Assemble.
And like I said,
Yeah.
the reason for that is most likely going to be so they can explore the multiverse and take on different members of Kang. At least that's what I assume is still going to happen. Deadline does state that the plot details are unknown, and following Jonathan Majors' exit from the MCU as Kang following his reckless assault conviction in December, it is unknown who the central villain would be, or if the film could potentially include multiple antagonists. Well, we've heard that there are actually going to be 2 villains in the film. One is going to appear in the beginning and is kind of going to bring, let's say, our new core Avengers team together. Now, I am talking about those 6, 7, 8 characters then have like a core Avengers group because we know that Sam Wilson is going to try and set up an Avengers team in Captain America Brave
makes
New
sense.
World. So maybe like a grounded Avengers team, Captain America, Falcon, the Hulk, Spider-Man. They defeat a villain in the beginning, but then Kang comes out and they reveal kind of the true villain of the movie. And that's when all of the heroes have to come together. And I'm assuming Ant-Man is probably
that sounds
going to
kinda
have
crazy.
a
Hold
decent
up.
role since he's already fought Kang and knows just how powerful and strong he can be. Plus he knows all about time travel. So I'm assuming he's going to be a key character. But I do assume still that Kang is indeed going to be the main villain of the multiverse saga. I do believe there are going to be multiple Kangs in Avengers 5, which is why we're going to have so many different characters. But I still believe that Kang is going to be the villain. They're simply going to recast him. And honestly, that's what I believe they should do. They have already set up Kang to be the main villain. Just because things happen with Jonathan Majors doesn't mean that you have to scrap the character. They obviously fired him from the role, but you can keep the role. You can keep Kang. I mean, we're in the multiverse saga and they've
post-credit
established that
scene
variants
for
don't have to
Quantumania
look
is
like each
crazy.
other. So just bring in a new variant of Kang the Conqueror. Some people were saying Doom, but I think it's really too early to have Doom be the main
I don't want
villain.
Doom
We're
yet.
already too
Not
deep
yet.
into the multiverse saga. He won't have enough time. So I hope Marvel saves him for the next saga and we just get another variant of Kang or multiple variants of Kang who are the main villains of the multiverse saga, which means all of these characters, these 60 plus characters that are going to come together, will actually have to spread out throughout the multiverse and find and fight different variants of Kang the Conqueror, which is why I really hope they keep Kang because I think this is a truly excellent idea. And it gets me really, really excited to think that this is going to be the next Avengers film that we get for Avengers 5.
Oh my god, bro. Mr. Cosmic Wonder Warren. That was a great video. This got me even more excited for Avengers 5. Because, you know, I'll be honest, guys. I've been late to the Venom trailer and I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it aggravated me. Like, I didn't even post a reaction to it. It aggravated me. I'm glad I didn't make a video. That would have been the most boring video you've ever seen. Like, I actually visibly turned gray. Seriously. But, you know, Avengers 5, 60 plus heroes in Avengers 5. Sean Levy possibly directing this movie. Oh, yeah, it's going to be fire, and it's going to be insane. But, guys, leave in the comments below, bro. What do you think? You think that having all these characters is going to be good for the movie, or is it going to be the movie's downfall? Put in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment or two. You already know what to do. Go Nation. I'm out.
Speed off, swerving. I'm not a regular person. I found a diamond, she perfect. Plus I do not gotta buy her a Birkin.